to good friends, the ones we hold dear, the ones who will tell us what we need to hear, the ones who love us right or wrong, and to all those good friends that give you this song.
Well, hello, good friends, and welcome back to The Last Walk. Remember When, with your host, Ron Baumbach. And today, we're taking a journey together back into time to the music of our era. So, get off your easy chair, walk over to the fridge, open up, get a cool, refreshing glass of Dr. Brown's sarsaparilla soda, go to the cupboard, open up that tin of Charles chips, sit back, turn on the lava lamp, close your eyes, The Last Walk is back.
Life is too short, we get only one turn. With luck we find beauty, but we sometimes get burned. But if you've had a true friend, or perhaps a love, you've experienced the peace of heaven above.
Remember the music from our times, the 50s, 60s, and 70s? We're going on a journey together, so sit back.
Remember when I was young, and so were you, and time stood still, and love was all we knew. You were the first.
My memory of laying in a hospital bed years ago in 1964-65 in St. Charles Hospital in Port Jefferson, Long Island for 6 months. Remember the music back then, it was an interesting, different time. Nat King Cole passed away, I believe, that year, and they kept playing over and over again his songs. And the beautiful Petula Clark sang Downtown.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. When you've got worries, all the noise and the hurry seems to help, I know. Downtown, just listen to the music of the traffic in the city. Linger on the sidewalk where the neon signs are pretty. How can you lose? The lights are much brighter there. You can't forget all your troubles, forget all your cares. So go downtown. Things will be great when you're downtown.
When I first walked into my room with 3 roommates, 3 older fellas, like older, 19, 20 years old, they always had the radio on, and there wasn't a CD player back then. It was more of a record player they had in the room. And they always played, Frankie, this fellow Frankie, always played the 4 Seasons. So when I think back and hear the song Peanuts, I think to myself being back in the hospital room with good memories of these 3 roommates I had.
Peanuts, oh yeah. Peanuts. Love you and I never let you go.
Big Girls Don't Cry, Sherry, Walk Like a Man, Ragdoll. It's all those tremendous songs. When you think of different places where you were, when you hear different songs, doesn't it bring you back? I remember going to see Hal Caverns upstate New York near Cooperstown, the Hall of Fame, with my mom and dad, my brothers and sister, and we're driving over some main highway, maybe Route 17, whatever it was. And I recall vividly hearing Frankie Valli and the 4 Seasons singing Sherry. and Big Girls Don't Cry as we drove over the road getting to Howe Caverns.
Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry. Big girls, they don't cry. Big girls don't cry. Who said they don't cry?
And back then my voice could do the high notes. Obviously, it's a long time since that happened. Songs bring you back to the memories you had of years ago.
Life is too short, we get only one turn. With luck we find beauty, but we sometimes get burned. But if you've had a true friend, or perhaps a love, you've experienced a piece of heaven above.
My first introduction to real rock and roll was being a kid at home, and my brother Dick listened to the American Bandstand with Dick Clark. I remember there was a couple of songs that the old 78 records that Dick had. One with Little Anthony with Tears on My Pillows.
Don't remember me, but I remember you. 'Twas not so long ago, you broke my heart in two. Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart, caused by you.
And Mark Dinning singing Teen Angel.
Teen angel, teen angel, teen angel.
Then along came a guy named Bo Diddley, who transitioned everybody from the blues to rock and roll. Later sang a song 16 Tons in What Do You Get, written in '56 by a man named Merle Travis. I recall that song sung by a man named Tennessee Ernie Ford in the mid-'50s. One of my favorite classic songs, 16 Tons and What Do You Get? Another day older and deeper in debt.
Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Then along came Bill Haley and the Comets with Rock Around the Clock.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
And Elvis with Love Me Tender, Hound Dog, and all the famous Elvis songs as he twisted his hips.
You're crying all the time. You ain't looking for a hound dog. Crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
Way before Chubby Checker twisted his hips.
Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. Take me by my little hand and go like this. Yeah, twist.
Where were you when the music died? Remember the song American Pie by Don McLean?
Time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver, Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died.
It basically tried to re-bring back the music of the big plane crash where Big Bopper, Buddy Holly, and Richie Valens all perished. I read where they paid $36 a ticket, and they basically drew straws for who would go on the plane because of they had to go to another booking, I believe in South Dakota or North Dakota, Fargo I think it was. Big Bopper with Chantilly lace and a pretty face.
Hello, baby. Yeah, this is the Big Bopper speaking. Oh, you sweet thing. Do I what? Will I what? Oh, baby, you know what I like. Chantilly lace and a pretty face and a ponytail hanging down, a wiggle in the walk and a giggle in the talk. Make the world go round. There ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl.
Great singer. Buddy Holly with That'll Be the Day When You Say Goodbye, and Peggy Sue, I Love You.
If you knew Peggy Sue, then you know why I feel blue without Peggy, my Peggy Sue.
And one of my really big favorites was Richie Valens' La Bamba. And Donna. Donna was her name. Remember Jerry Lee Lewis with Great Balls of Fire?
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much of love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
There's a really good show called $1 Million Quartet, and Jerry Lee Lewis plays a big part of that. Whole lot of shaking going on with that man. And Chuck Berry with Johnny Be Good.
Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny Be Good, who never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ringing a bell. Go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go!
Along came a guy named Little Richard with Tutti Frutti and Good Golly Miss Molly and Lucille. Let's not forget Fats Domino. Blueberry Hill, a left-eye thrill on Blueberry Hill.